Peace. Peace and lights. Okay, I'm gonna put these over here. Welcome to What's Up Wednesdays. This is Mahatma. This is Elite Talks. I'm here tuning in. I'm out at the park, just relaxing, breathing in this fresh air. It feels really good to be out here. I can tell you that. I'm going to take a second to just share my own video because I like sharing my video. So, for those of you that are watching this right now, take a moment and share this video. Just takes a couple of seconds, like I'm doing right now. Boom. Didn't even say anything, just shared it. So I'm here. I got my cards. I'm going to do a reading. It's been a while. It's the top of the year. You know, just passed the Lunar New Year, the year of the rabbit. So for those of you that are the year of the rabbit, this is your year to get it popping. And so because of that, I'm going to do a reading for the top of the Lunar New Year. I have a couple of books with me. The Gala Gidji, Wisdom. This is the Ancestor deck. I can show you this one. The Mahabharata. And the Botanical Garden. So I'm going to shuffle those. See how the universe, what message does the universe have for us today as we just come out of the first full moon after the Lunar New Year. It was full moon in Leo. Ooh, already got cards popping out. Already got two that fell out. So we're gonna see. Oh, they jumping out. You got something to say, okay? Gonna put those to the side. I'm gonna shuffle all the decks first, and then I'm gonna share. This is my Mahabharata deck that I'm shuffling. Let's see what message the universe has for us. The ancient ones. These cards are backwards. Interesting today. Okay. Now we're good. Ooh, the cards are just throwing themselves out today, huh? Okay. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Breathing in them cards. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Let's see what else comes out. What you got for us, universe? Oh, they really throwing cards at us today. I guess we're going to have to look at them all. We'll see if I read them all. My botanical garden. Inspirations. I like sitting in this silence right now. It's like there's no music playing. Just hear the trees blowing, what leaves are left this time of year. I think that's it. I don't feel anything else coming out for this. Okay, those over here. And I have my last prayer deck. I'm gonna leave that for last. Shuffle those after for the energy, for inspiration for after this reading. This lovely reading that we have. We're gonna start from the beginning. The first deck that I pulled. I'm gonna work our way back. So we're gonna listen to these ancestors first. Okay. We got 3 cards here. Upside down. So we're gonna turn this around. These are actually the same. So that means they're like from the same like deck. Different wisdom. And then we got this card. I'm gonna show you all of them singularly, but this is all of them together. I'm gonna show this one first. Share this one first because it was showing itself first. Ancient wisdom, spirituality. Gotta see what page it's on. Oh, I opened almost right to it. Thank you, universe. Okay, the ancient wisdom is when you look for wisdom, Creator God will grant you discernment. If someone, something, some activity troubles, perplexes, or otherwise disagrees with you, ask for guidance. I like to breathe my cards in when I read them. Just like really like look at the card. See what the difference is. There's a lot of circles in there. 2 circles at the bottom, 2 at the top. The swan. We always have to be willing to find someone to help us look for our discernment. Without looking for our discernment, what are we looking for? If not to be able to discern a situation. It's interesting because ancient wisdom comes up twice. And then empowerment. So double ancient wisdom and empowerment. So we have to double up on seeking that proper guidance. Let's see what the other one is for family and community. Let's see what page that is. It's right after it. We're just going to jump into the other card because it's the same one, but just different fashion. Because the other one was for spirituality. This one is for family and community. And the ancient wisdom is you have to take care of the root to heal the tree. Attention to small but delicate and integral details and concerns is needed to cure disease in any larger body. Yeah. This is what I tell all my people. But how do we get this message to them so that we can create more awareness and more understanding? And that's really the biggest question. Empowerment, obviously, is the best next thing. Let's see. The empowerment of the families to ask questions about our lineage of who we are, and see formulate that family tree and really incorporate, what are really our eating options, what are our changes, what are our survival rates looking like as a whole, because we're not just dying off singularly because that just one person is dying off, or that one person is sick. If anybody is sick in our family, it's because of something that we're all doing as a collective of our generational timeline. And that's something that a lot of people don't know how to mark as important when they think about daily tasks in their everyday lives. And we have to find a way to move around that resistance and really stop avoiding these fundamental challenges. And it takes for us to really hear what our differences are, see how we can better protect ourselves and each other, and start creating a synergy of wellness with one another, with each other, and that will be the effigy of our life skills for our family. And when we can achieve that, we get more healthier and able to sustain more, able to endure more, and procure more ultimately, because we're more in the game than outside of the game, and we're creating mounds and mounds and mounds of infinite creatable space just by being able to stay alive long enough to curate enough. So the more we seek to embrace our family, still be a part of them, even though a lot of us have a lot of differences, it's still our family. And they're our original collective in life. And how that diminishes is how we're going to diminish in our own life stream. So we have to always look in to our inner circle, that even though they're not being considered our inner circle at this moment, they're still ultimately that first line of defense. And that needs to be um, cleaned out. It has to be cleaned out, how we're looking at that, how we're sitting in it, and how we're moving forward. So I'm going to move into the next deck because that really triggered me. The ancestors know how freaking, strong I feel about, our family, our community, our ethics, and to just make that as the first part of this topic, of this card reading, it means a lot to me. Don't want to get emotional. Okay, I'm gonna get excited. So now, on to deck two. And the first two cards that came out, we're gonna read both of them. And then we'll talk about the rest that fell out. So this is the first card that fell out. And then this is the second. Ooh, excuse me. So it's two very strong looking masculines. It feels like a lot of masculine energy. Okay, so we're going to read 23 first, Adventure. I just pulled this card like very recently. Pardon me if these words that I say might sound a little weird. I will reread the sentence just in case. A scintillating figure full of luster and might, his iridescent form instilled fear in the hearts of all who encountered him. It was said that Drona was the incarnation of fire itself. He succeeded Bhishma as a master teacher to both the Pandavas and Kauravas. Highly skilled in the art of warfare, combat, and expert of advanced military skills, he was filled with purpose and had an insatiable love for challenge. His adventures and heroic deeds are epic. This card signals a voyage or departure on a journey leading you to a discovery or revelation that may surprise and astound you with intensity and feeling. It could be so exciting development of your own self as you progress through the various stages of life lessons, assessing knowledge that is unknown to your conscious mind, fulfilling your potential. It could be the ambition that drives you to strive and to succeed. It indicates the tapping of vast potentials as yet unfulfilled. It could be a journey involving a spiritual awakening, an adventure leading to the development of all levels of your being, spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, and the integration of all these aspects into a healthy and well-balanced life. You discover for yourself strategies and answers to the issues of daily life as you meander through the hills and valley and come to a crossroads, feeling the excitement of choosing a path, enthralling in the experience of a journey with spontaneity and boundless adventure. You feel exhilarated. You should be conscious, savor the moment, and enjoy the ride. Sometimes the journey is more rewarding than the destination. Ooh, yes. This is definitely pivotal energy that a lot of people are being pushed to step into. And if we're not hitting the bar for all of those developed levels of our being to be a part of the adventure, boy, oh boy, you're going to get burnt by that fire. So to be 100% more effective in this scenario, to show ourselves that we are balanced in life, we must be meeting our crossroads with excitement. We got to be excited, like, oh, we're about to choose a path. Like, yes, this is it. This is how we're going to be able to be more comfortable in who we are being. We don't have to be still afraid of when things split, when things are like, oh, I have to do this or that. Sometimes you can create a whole nother path and see that there's more than one path. You know, you're just noticing that there's more than one path, and we just have to keep looking beyond. If there's more than one, then there's got to be more than two. That's all I'm saying. An adventure is knowing that we can construct that on our own. Adventure. And it's even more fun when we have people that are a part of our inner circle that can collaborate in that. And there's no need to force that just because that's known. Just know that that's even more influential of a scenario for ourselves. It's a bar to get to, right? Not to force, because we're not here to force. Okay. Superpower. 30. He's all masculine and stuff. Oh, his name is Gachotika. Gatokcha. 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 This is my first time reading his name. And this is my first time pulling this card. The superpower. It sounds like gotcha. So we're just going to call him gotcha. Gotcha could assume many forms and totally confuse the enemies. Well, name sounds about right for him. Being the son of Bhima, he was endowed with great physical strength. He was half human and half demon, and could call upon other demons for support, as he did in the Kurtzura War. If y'all are just wondering what the Kurtzura War is, this is the story from the Bhagavad Gita. I may be saying this a little late in the storyline. However, the Bhagavad Gita is just a part of a trilogy of a war story that happened over 5,000 years ago. And so the people that we're reading about are characters from that day who are actually like real people. But anywho, I continue. As a shape-shifting sorcerer with his seer might and power, he caused severe destruction to his enemies, contributing greatly to the success of the Pandavas. Representing superpower, this card indicates that a powerful transition is happening to strengthen and empower you greatly. You could be provided with the means to juggle events or circumstances to your favor. This signifies transforming yourself into a figure of power and challenge, becoming physically and mentally strong and confident, finding yourself at the advantaged position. A godfather may suddenly appear, a very powerful backer having an indubitable strength, or a group of supporters at your disposal. You can call upon this support to aid you and relieve you of any distressing situations or difficulties. Oh, well, this is definitely a great card to have in our strengths. But always be mindful of what a superpower can give us, because, like they said from the beginning, this energy is half human, half demon. So be mindful. And I'm guessing that's why these other cards fell out. So I'm just going to read them off, and I'm not going to read all of them. Shout out to 222. I went live at 222. It was just 2222 on the minutes I've been live. So these are the cards, the extra cards that came out. So self-study, infinity, nectar, warrior, and victory. So I'm going to show you them too. But just showing you the names. Interesting, right? So this is self-study. Gotta self-study. You know, that's very important in order to be able to withstand all of this energy that's coming to us. You know, being able to walk in our greatness, being able to be balanced in everything that we've been obtaining for ourselves. We need to keep applying our self-study. We still have to keep thinking about the infinity of life. Like, that cannot just go away. You know, that has to be right there front and center with us, along with like knowing who our inner circle is, knowing why they're even necessary, the nectar in life, you know, the things that we ingest. What is nectar to us? Because there's certain things that we treat like it's our nectar and it's poisoning and it's not healthy, or it's really healthy and you're drinking too much of it. You know, just be careful. Think of it. We have to be the warrior to be victorious. Gotta be the warrior to be victorious. Important stuff. Ooh, how did y'all like that? I think I'm gonna ring the bells for that. I went through 2 decks already. The ancestors and the ancients. I don't know when this top came off. I just felt it. Interesting. That's how much I'm getting into the card reading, you know? All right, move this over here. That was great. I really like that. Go ahead, Mahabharata. I absolutely love all of my decks. I encourage y'all out there to obtain some of your own, get your own readings, learn how to do your own readings. You can definitely do stuff like that, you know. These are our botanical inspirations. So these are the flowers that we got. We got white rose and hibiscus. I like I love roses. I really like this one. So I'm gonna read to you what it says on the front. The white rose, new start and wisdom. Some more wisdom. They really pushing this wisdom. Wisdom 3 times so far. If, for those of you that are following, 3 times. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. That's wrapping up that whole thing about balance. This is a new start and new wisdom that we're bringing forward. We have to let go of that old wisdom or redirect the old wisdom or enhance the old wisdom, transform the old wisdom, you know? Oh, I'm excited. Okay, let's get to this white rose. Da, 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 da. It's all the way at the end because, you know, where you at? It might be ours. Okay, put all the roses together. All right. The white rose is the Eastern equivalent of the lotus flower and similarly denotes the wisdom of enlightenment. One of many myths surrounding the white rose is the story of its first creation. When Aphrodite, the goddess of love, rose up from the ocean's sea foam, formed roses in her honor. In the Victorian language of flowers, the white rose held the promise of new beginning, especially in romantic matters. Inspirational message here is the petals of the rose are like a spiral. The wisdom you have learned along the way keeps cycling back to you, lifting you up to new heights. Even the pain of life's thorny lessons are signs that you have grown and you are now prepared for a fresh, new beginning. Ashe. Y'all really hitting it in today. Ooh, ooh. I know y'all feel that. I know y'all feel that. Say yes, I can feel that. Woo! All right. Next. What we got here? We're gonna go here. Hibiscus. Beauty and happiness. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. The hibiscus is known as the queen of the tropical islands. Giving a woman a hibiscus is considered a flattering way to acknowledge her beauty. Boy, we've been talking about acknowledge for some time. Shoot. Giving a woman a hibiscus. Oh, if a woman wears the flower behind her left ear, that means she's looking for love. If she wears it behind her right ear, it means she is spoken for. In the Victorian language of flowers, the hibiscus means delicate beauty. Today, it is an outward expression of joy. The inspirational messages celebrate the beauty within you and all around you. You will attract happiness into your life when your message to the universe is clear. Seek joy. Always seek joy. We have to have clear messages in order to move forward. It's another thing that helps us to move forward is clear messages, like literally clear messages. Learning to transmute the same message consistently whenever that, if the same thought of question comes up, we have to transmute the same response. if we really want it, we have to transmute that same response. So that's key. That's the beauty within, you know, and that's because we have to want joy. We have to want beauty. We have to want to be a part of our own happiness. So that's our flowers. Now I've got my prayer cards. So while I get these out and shuffle them, let's talk about all those. So we got a whole bunch of wisdom. All of the cards had something about wisdom. Let y'all think about that. Wisdom is so important, you know, and seeking ways to obtain it is really, really important. And we have to create a standard for our discernment while we're catching this wisdom, so that we can remember why we're doing it. You know, why are we catching this discernment? Why are we catching this wisdom? You know, that has to always be at the forefront. So having a boundary for that, you know, really requires us to have pivotal anchors, you know. And I always say that we need 4 pivotal anchors in our lives to keep us stable, to be able to build on. You can't pitch on flat ground. We gotta put some pillars. So let's see what this prayer for today. Oh, and look, the Corinthians jump in. Let all that you do be done in love. More roses, yes. Let all that you do be done in love. And that's 1:16. Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 16:14. That's the verse. Let all that we do be done in love. And that's all the universe is really seeking for us to do. That's it. Like, this is a breaking news report from Elite Talks. That's what the universe is calling us to do in our own individual ways. And we just want to help highlight that for other individuals to seek for themselves, because we cannot heal for others. And we need to seek support to figure out how to be able to do that in order to be able to help others do the same. Share this video to help someone else grow a little bit more today. I'm Mahatma. Peace and light. See you next the 4th Wednesday. Yeah, 2 weeks.